Hello everybody and happy Air Max Day. If you're like me, you're thinking, hey, was that it? Today's Air Max Day on the Nike Sneakers app was not too dissimilar from every other Tuesday. In today's episode, we are going to recap the day. This should probably take about 4 minutes. Let's start things off by just quickly recapping just what is Air Max Day. Air Max Day was first introduced back in 2014. It was marked by the special release of the University Red Air Max 1, which featured a vault midsole and 3.26 on the tongue. And there's a little bit of a misconception out there about what is exactly the significance of this date. See, most people think that the 26th of March represents the day that the Air Max 1 first went on sale back in 1987. But this is not the case. March 26th was actually the day that Nike debuted its infamous Nike Air Revolution commercial featuring music by the Beatles. Here you can see a cheeky video of said commercial. The Nike Sneakers app releases went a little bit like this. We had a number of colorways of the Air Max DN, which I thought meant D's nuts, but actually it means dynamic air. The DN is Nike's latest attempt to revamp Air Max technology and give us some new products, some innovation, something that we have not been seeing a lot of from Nike in the recent past. The silhouette is somewhat loosely based on the Air Max TN, and the technology is just a rehash of the old Air Max technology. We got a few different colorways today. This triple black pair, which is still sat on the Nike Sneakers app as I talk to you right now. You have the sail and the coconut milk, which has sold out on the Nike Sneakers app, although I think that's cap. There was also this vivid purple and dark smoke gray colorway, which is also sold out on the app, but that is also cap. And I say cap because these same models are sat in full size runs on other retailers elsewhere. And so what I think Nike have done is they have just said that they've sold out on the Nike Sneakers app to show that there's some kind of demand, some kind of appetite for these nutses. Now there is already a classic Air Max 1 sat pretty much in a full size run on the Nike Sneakers app that dropped last week, the Air Max 186 Royal Blue with the big window. A lot of OG collectors no doubt will have already secured their pairs of these, but they are still sat there if you are the nostalgic type. The big release on the Nike Sneakers app was probably this pair that shock dropped. It's the same colorway as the previous model I was just talking about, the Royals, but these feature the Vault midsole. These also have the 3.26 going across the tongue, and according to certain reports that I've seen out there online, were somewhat limited. I mean, these did sit on the Nike Sneakers app in a full size run for a little while. I did go for them, I did secure them, but I waited a good 10-15 minutes. And after checking back in after around an hour, there was still a few sizes. It wasn't until a little over an hour passed that most of the big sizes were gone. According to some reports that I've heard from some of you guys over there in the US, these were an instant sellout, especially in the bigger sizes. And I think elsewhere around the world, I've heard from people in Australia and in Canada, these didn't even release. And so what happens? We didn't get any sneakers live events. There was no interactive type stuff on the Nike Sneakers app. It seems like the day was pretty much centered around this DN release. It was, dare I say it, a little bit underwhelming, even though I was pretty stoked to pick up the Royal and Vault pair. I'll be looking forward to bringing you guys my review of those when they come in later on in the week. But I feel like, generally speaking, on the Nike Sneakers app, it was a little bit of a flop. What do you guys think? Now, there was something kind of exciting that played out on the GOAT app, and in fact, this is still rolling out as I make this video right now. This is a series of different releases on the GOAT app wherein you can enter into the draw to pick them up for a really decent price, in some cases right around retail. And these are some of the most coveted pairs of Air Maxes that have released over the past few years, including shoes like the Kors, the Halloweens, the triple blacks, you have the moon landings. You remember these, man? The 90s, the Lunas, Para Air Max 1s, the Comme des Garçons. Like, there's a whole bunch of really dope Air Maxes that you can go into the draw for, and it's kind of simple. You pretty much just hit on the sneaker, you enter into the draw, you check out, and if you're lucky enough, you win the shoe. I went in the draw for these Oregon Ducks, which look really dope. You should check out these images here by my boy Andy, who made these look really nice in the shots. I'm really keen on this pair right here. In fact, I'm just gonna check and see whether or not I am still in the queue or not. Let me just check. Yeah, I'm still in the queue. Why won't you let me check out, Goats? Come on, this is a shoe that I'd really like to have. So I'm wondering why Nike can't do something like this. Imagine Nike on the sneakers app bringing out some pairs from the vault, a little bit like this. Obviously not to this same scale and extent, but imagine if they brought back some big time heaters from back in the day that you could go into the drawer for on the Nike sneakers app today. I think that would have really complemented the DN release that we had today. But as it stands, it kind of seems like this whole thing was a little bit of a table setting for the Air Max DNs. In any event, I'm pretty stoked. I got the Royals and the Vaults. Feel free to let me know what you guys thought of Air Max Day today. Did you guys enjoy it? Did you think it was a flop? Do you agree with me when I say it was just like any other day? And make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. You're following me over on IG and on TikTok. I've got some more exciting videos coming up this week that I can't wait to share with you guys. So be sure to stay tuned for those. And hey, have yourselves a lovely day. Happy Air Max Day once again. I'll see you on the next one. Take care for now and peace.